This next question is from Albert of Chicanes, and it's for Janela, Sue, Kyla, and Charlie. So the project features 4 strong female leads. How would you describe the collective energy or atmosphere on set, especially when all 4 of you were shooting intense scenes together? Sue, do you want to start?
Aamin na po kami ngayon na napakahirap po mag-eksena. Pagkaibigan mo yung mga ka-eksena mo. Grabe, pag kaming 4 na yung nagsama-sama, you can ask our director, sumasakit po yung ulo nila sa amin. Sabi ni Direct Roy last time, tama nga si Direct Dado, pag nagsama-sama kayo, tawa kami ng tawa. It just goes to show how much we enjoy what we're doing, how excited we are to be together and actually do scenes together. I'm so happy to be working with all of these girls and itong mga boys namin na napakamahusay. At talaga po, promise, ginalingan po namin sa serye na to. I'm sure mag-e-enjoy talaga kayo. Ayun, ang energy namin most of the time, magtatawanan kami, pero pag action, game na kami, game face on, we're ready. We know our characters, and excited na kami talaga na mapanood ng mga tao.
Thank you, Sue. Janela?
Ayun, nasabi na niya. Pero ayun, kahit nagtatawanan kami, to add to that, grabe din yung ano namin kapag mga emotional scenes. Talagang nagbabatuhan kami ng energy. Ang sarap-sarap pala na nagsusuportahan kami na magagaling lahat ng kasama mo, tapos nagfo-flow lang ng maganda yung emotions, yung energy. Sarap maka-eksena ng tatlong to. Kahit na ang hirap. Ang hirap pag nagtititigan ka.
Pagpigil ng tawa, yun yung challenging pala. Charlie?
Honestly, yeah, yung mga mabibigat na eksena or yung mga eksenang walang dialogue, yung mga tinginan lang, dun kami hirap na hirap. As in, tawang-tawa kami lagi. As in, si Kyla, may isang eksena kaming tatlo para magkakausap. Nakatalikod sa amin si Kyla, pero napipili yung energy na natatawa kaming lahat. Ganun. Oo, so siya din tatawa na tapos lahat kami umiiwas na sa camera kasi tawang-tawa na kami. Yun yung mga mahirap. Pero then, kapag umabot na kami sa mga mahihirap na eksena, pagod na kaming lahat, kami rin yung nagkakapitan. Yun yung sobrang proud ako. And yung kami yung naghihilaan na kaya patatay, kaya to, ganyan.
Thank you, Charlie. Finally, Kyla.
Yeah, yun nga. It's a very supportive energy, lalo na sa aming 4. And I feel like makikita ng mga tao yung chemistry talaga naming 4. And maniniwala talaga sila na magkakabarkada kami in our childhood kasi parang ganun talaga yung pakiramdam. I'll just give an example. Yung last taping, may mga lines talaga na parang, hirap mo, syempre hindi naman tayo perfect dito, di ba? So, talagang pag hirap na hirap kumapit yung lines, hindi, okay lang, mahirap talaga yung line mo. Ganun talaga. Ganun ko lang supportive. With validation. With validation. May support. So talagang mararamdaman mo na it's such a supportive energy. Even naman pagka-work namin yung boys. Talagang supportive lahat sa isa't isa. Kaya masaya kami.
Thank you for sharing those stories, ladies. Parang natutuwa ako masyado nakikinig sa inyo na horror nga pala to, tsaka thriller Pero knowing what good actresses you are, mas na-excite kami lalo kung paano kayo mag-change in front of the camera. Okay, this time this question goes to Jake, JM, Jameson, Yves, and Ray, so our male cast naman. From Albert of Chicanes once again, without giving away major spoilers, what is one thing about your character that you think will surprise the audience? Maybe we can start from Yves.
Siguro yung pagiging isang mabuting ama at protective ni Ryan kay Beth. Kasi ang hirap sa akin ng una kasi never naman ako naging daddy pa eh. So sige lang. Hindi ko nga mabanggit, naalala ko ng mga first scene ko sa show. Hindi ko alam paano ko ibabato yung word na anak. Kung paano yung tono. Kasi parang hindi ako naniniwala na tatay na ako eh. So ito, yun na nga. So Togal, last isang taon na rin to. So na-embrace ko na yung character ko. Ngayon madali na lang siya. And yung masasabi ko makita niyo dito kay Ryan at abangan niya yung paano siya maging sobrang protective sa pamilya niya. Parang kaya niyang isugal yung buhay niya para sa anak at asawa niya. You know?
Thank you, Jameson.
Without spoiling, I would say this role I played, So What Lies Beneath, is a role that I have not played before. So it's going to be very different. I'm just looking forward to how everyone's going to perceive it. And Anton is pretty violent, so I mean, it's interesting though. It was a fun journey. It was kind of challenging then for me because I'm not really a person that gets mad easy. So it was fun playing this role. And sorry, Sue, for losing.
Thank you, Jason. Reyes, how about you?
Well, the directors and I, we worked hard to really emphasize stillness and posture when it comes to this character. We wanted Marco to have this aura, and it's very clear there's a lot more to him than he leads on. And he's the kind of guy who runs towards danger, but there's still a lot about him that causes him to hold back. So that was a tricky thing that we tried to play around with, and I'm hoping the final product is something that everyone's going to be able to enjoy. So.
Okay, thank you, Reyes. Now we go to JM.
Hi, sa akin naman siguro ang surprise po sa character ko is yung collaboration ko with my directors kung paano namin ginraft yung emotional journey ng character ko. Pero I would just like to take this opportunity to i-appreciate lang si Jake dahil sa kanyang work ethic, sa kanyang passion sa paggawa nitong role na to. And kung may surprise man, sa tingin ko surprise kayo sa performance ni Jake. Jake is a gem here.
What a testament naman. Thank you for that, JM. Jake, ibalik mo daw kay JM.
You know, in all honesty, that means the world talaga coming from JM. Talaga. Because I have all the respect in the world for JM as an actor. And to me, that's even better than a word, brother. Kasi you know what you're looking at. Diba? You know the effort that's being put into it. And for you to say that, that really made my day. And honestly, that really makes me cry. Kasi that means the world to me that you appreciate that, brother. Thank you. I think for me, I'm just gonna let people watch it. To be honest, I think they'll be surprised with the effort that I put into making Miguelito and Edong very different from one another. I want to emphasize kasi syempre, you know, people are saying that they're gonna see me in 2 shows in prime time and all that. I'd like to think that I earned that. I'd really like to think that I worked myself to the bone to make it very different from Miguelito, to make it very different for Edong. And to be quite honest with you, for me, I've just enjoyed the journey. Kasi tulad ng sabi ko kay Direk earlier when I came here, sabi ko, you know, in this industry or in acting, like honestly, nothing worthwhile ever came easy. If it's not a challenge, it's not gonna be worth it. So for me, thank you so much to my directors for challenging me. Kasi it's difficult not to be this character, but the way na sinushoot kami, it really is challenging for an actor. Kasi one shot eh. This is my most loneliest role. Kahit sana ko lang talaga lagi is the camera, and it's all my thoughts. And that's all that's in play. Sabi nga ni Direk, parang, it's really challenging also kasi I only really have my eyes to communicate. It's not the most talkative role in the world. So it's looks, it's feels, it's the energy, it's the atmosphere that you bring to the set. So thank you, Jeff, for noticing that. Because I really, you know, for me, I just try to stay as focused as I can in this character because it's very different from who I am. It's so different from who I am. Sabi ko nga, dahil sa oportunidad na binigay ng RCD, it deserved a 10-month immersion in Mandaluyong City Jail. It was worth it. Like, I'll be honest, na pagdating namin sa set, and they started to shoot me, and they started to see what if you know what I was able to do. Sa totoo lang, napaka worth it kasi as an actor, there's no better feeling than going into a set confident and prepared. So, thank you so much for the opportunity, RCD Narratives.
Thank you, Jake and JM. I know you're gonna play super heavy roles here, but we can't help but root for you guys as well already. Okay, this next question is for our female cast members from Marco Polo Demo and Kwento ni Toto. What lies beneath? Nagkaroon ba ng pagkakataon na meron kang napagbintangan na sure ka, alam mo na siya yun. Pero sa huli, nalaman mo na iba pala ang gumawa. Anong ginawa mo? Let's start with Sue.
Hindi ako judgmental. Ay, sorry. Parang wala naman akong specific na naaalalang ganong moment. Siguro may napagbintangan akong tao na mabait, tapos hindi pala. Charot lang.
Baliktad pa.
Okay, next!
Janela?
Anong sasagot ko? Hindi ko rin alam. Parang wala akong maisip na ganong instance. Ikaw na muna.
Honestly kasi kahit maisip ko na may ginawang masama sa akin, hindi ko pa rin i-confront or pagbibintangan. So never siya nangyari pa sa akin.
Gusto ko yung may tea on the side. Clarification. Kyla, how about you?
Ako rin wala akong ganong experience pa. Siguro if that happens to me, nagkamali ako ng judgment sa isang tao, I would gladly take accountability for it and apologize. Yun lang, siguro.
Yeah, that's a good resolve. Thank you so much, Kyla. Ang hirap nga naman talaga ng tanong na yun.
Specific. What if sagutin mo?
Hindi rin ako judgmental eh. Okay, this next question naman is for Jake from Marco Polo, Demo, and Kwento ni Toto. Maybe it's hard to fish through this right now because you're portraying so many roles already as it is. Pero sa dami ng na-portray mo na characters, ano pa ba ang hindi pa nagagawa ng isang Jake Cuenca? At kung sakaling ibigay, pero may kondisyon na hindi sang-ayon sa gusto mo, anong gagawin mo? Tatanggapin mo ba siya or hindi?
Parang marami pa akong role na hindi pa nagagawa. I honestly parang see my career as I've been here for 25 years pero it feels like yesterday. Parang kakasimula pa lang sa click and then nandito na tayo sa What Lies Beneath It. So to be honest with you, parang I don't really think in scarcity, I think in abundance. So there's so many things that I want to do pa. Not only in the Philippines but also abroad. So also in theater, I just started my career, I've only done a few plays. So there's still so many things for me to do. In terms of a role na kunyari hindi ko gusto, I'm actually very easy to convince. Kasi nga, sa akin, like, my directors know me. And sa akin, if it's such a difficult role, i-challenge nila ako eh. And sometimes that's the way to get me. Is by making it a challenge, making it difficult for me. Kasi, yes, marami na ako nagawa. So, many ways na parang you've been here before. But, for actors who have already done a lot of projects in the past, parang, it's a repetition. You're gonna get better. If you do it again, if you do a similar role, makukumpel ka to do it better kasi nagawa mo na dati. So all these things in your head as an actor na, oh my God, I wish I did this, I wish I did that, sana dinigdag ko to. All actors are like that on the way home. From taping or galing ka shooting, you're always somewhat directing yourself na you could have done this, you could have done that. I tell aspiring actors, just stay, don't ever quit. Kasi darating ang punto ng karir nyo, everything is gonna feel like a take two. But this time around, mas magaling ka na. You're equipped. You know now how to approach a scene. You're confident. You're not nervous. You're not just trying to get it right. Kasi in the first part of your career, the first decade or so, you're just trying to get it right para hindi ko pagalitan ng direktor. But then in the second part of your career, it feels like it's a take two, and now you know what to do. Now you know exactly how you want to do it. All the corrections that you had in your head, you're able to apply. So I say for other actors who are struggling or aspiring actors who are having a hard time getting in, just don't ever quit because your time will come. And when your time comes, it's going to be glorious because you're going to be amazing, you're going to be good and excellent. And for all actors, what we all should strive for is excellence. Kasi doon natin iyaman ang industriya natin eh. Diba? That's how we're gonna bring the industry up together, right? By striving for excellence. And I can say this set, wala kaming eksena na pinabayaan. We didn't have one scene na hindi namin kinarir and was excellent with it. So, yun po. Sana po supportahan ninyo October 7. Thank you po.
Thank you so much, Jake. Okay, a lighter question naman this time, and let's start with the ladies from Rene Bonon of Bandera. How far will you go for friendship? So let's just choose na lang siguro na ikaw ba yung type of friend na pagtatakpan mo yung kaibigan mo kapag may nakagawa ng kasalanan or hindi mo ito tolerate? Let's start with Kyla naman kasi minamataan na ako ni Sue.
Well, I really value my friendships and I keep my circle really small. But ako kasi, I'm a reliable friend, but I'm also not one to tolerate pag may ginagawang mali yung kaibigan ko. Because I don't think you're being a true friend to that person if you just watch them do bad things and then let them fall apart or do something that will incriminate them as a person. So, yeah.
Thank you, Kyla. How about you, Charlie?
Same, kapag nakita ko na may mali or may mali siyang ginagawa, sinasabi ko din agad. And kapag tinuloy pa rin niya na yung mali na kinonfront ko about it, well, mag-iba na ng landas. Ganun talaga kasi nagkaiba na kami ng values.
So you're very decisive in that regard. Thank you, Charlie. How about you, Janella?
Ako, I think my strength as a friend is that I'm a really good listener. So I'm gonna listen to everything mo na kung may kailangan kang sabihin, nagawa mo, whatever, I'm gonna listen. But after that, sobrang i-real talk ko yung friend ko. Real talk talaga. Real talker talaga ako. Sasabihin ko talaga kung ano yung what's up? I'm gonna say what's up.
Yeah. Thanks, Janella. Finally, Sue?
Yeah, I think important ng honesty sa friendship. Hindi pwedeng sakay ka lang ng sakay sa kung anong gusto ng kaibigan mo. Iba din yung input mo sa buhay niya eh. Kaya kanya kaibigan kasi may power ka para baguhin kung ano man yung iniisip niya. Or hindi naman para baguhin, para mas maintindihan niya yung sitwasyon. Palalimin mo palalo kung yung explanation kung hindi ganun kalinaw sa kanya. More than love relationships, I think friendships are the most important. You don't get anything out of it, but just trust and love, really. Hindi mo naman makakasama sa bed yung best friend mo, di ba? Hindi mo naman siya makakasama everyday ng buhay mo, kasama mo sa bahay. Pero yung pagmamahal ng isang kaibigan, I think it's one of the most important kinds of love. And para ma-maintain mo yun, kailangan honest ka. And kailangan yun ka, nag-align yung values mo. Because if not, then it's not a friendship that's going to work, definitely.
That's true. Thank you, Sue. Ito, curious naman ako sa point of view ng mga guys. JM, ikaw ba? Pagtatakpan mo ba yung friend mo kung nakita mo may ginagawa siyang mali? Or are you someone who tolerates your friend?
Same lang din po sa mga. Iko-confront ko yung kaibigan ko kasi syempre mas gusto ko siya mapunta sa tamang landas. And sa tingin ko pag tinolerate mo yun, hindi ka nagiging mabuting kaibigan para sa kanya. Mas parang mabuti i-end yun na lang yung friendship nyo kung nagtotolerate na lang din kayo ng mga masasamang behaviors. So, yun.
Okay, Jake? Are you the type of friend na pagtatakpan mo siya kung nakita mo may ginagawa siyang mali? Or you're gonna be upfront and call him out?
I'm not an enabler kasi talaga. For me, if I see something, I truly call it out. I'm a very accountable person. And ako, I have no problem saying when I make a mistake. So, I expect the same thing from my friends or people I know. So, if I see something wrong, I usually really call it out.
Thank you, Jake. Jameson, ikaw ba? Male perspective on this issue.
Yeah, I mean, I would say most of the time I will. If it's something light situation, to help my friend, I probably will. But most of the time, if it will affect other people and something serious, then yeah, I will do what's supposed to be done.
Okay, thank you, Jameson. Yves?
Ako kaya kong sumunod ng bullet para sa kaibigan ko. Pero hindi ko naman sasabing tinatolerate ko sila sa mga masamang bagay na ginagawa nila. At lalo na kung meron silang taong natatapakan or nasasaktan. And ako bilang isang kaibigan, minsan mas humingi ako ng advice sa mga kaibigan ko. Lalo na ito, kay Sue and Charlie. Pag sa Love Live, parang nanay ko sila na pinapagalitan sila ako may hindi magandang nangyayari. So, yun nga, I'm a good listener din and ma-advise ako sa mga kaibigan ko pero minsan yung advice na binibigay nila sa akin hindi nag-work sa akin.
Thank you so much. Finally, Ray?
I try my best to put myself in the shoes of my friends kasi, who's to say that I'm not going to end up doing the same thing that they are when I'm in that position. I don't like to claim that I have some kind of moral superiority. I don't want to tell them what's right from what's wrong. I'm not your dad. You're a grown-up, you should be able to figure that out on your own. Although sometimes it really can be difficult to know which way is right. And I think as a friend, it's your responsibility to help someone out to get to that spot.
Okay, thank you so much, Ray.